So can you tell us, back in 1961, what was it like when Great Grandmaster Pidoy opened the school?
Well, I was a little young at that time, yeah. I was only like in the 6th grade. But I remember when I first went there, my brother then was already training at that time. So I used to go there, sit down on the stone wall, and watch them practice. But being that I already knew judo and all that, the master asked me if I wanted to join in. And that's when I started to go in. So at first he just gave me the banana stump, the middle of the leaf here, and he just told me to just follow on that because he never had sticks at that time. So I just followed, and he said, just follow the basics, and I started to learn the basics, 1 to 12, and then blocking and all that. And being so close to his house that we could walk, because it was less than a mile away from our house. Actually, it was only half a mile, so I used to ride a bike and go down all the time and watch them train in the beginning before I started to train.
What did he tell you about the style of Derobio? How did he describe it?
He said, Derobio, he said, everything is passive in Derobio. To pass is the secret, is the strength, because in a way, you're just passing and then you're returning the hit. Because most people not going to think you're going to pass. They think you're going against the block. Like you watch everybody in motion, that's what they do. They go, but the secret is to pass and then you counter. That's what he always told us.
Okay. Did he ever mention anything about General Oblin on?
Oh yes, he used to tell a story about General Blaine and like the past tense, how he went away and went to the jungle, and what General Blaine taught him, and also taught him how to heal things and make medicine in case you get caught. He told us things like that. He even showed us some of the plants that he grew around the house that could heal, like the grass weed. He said that was one of the best ointment you can do if you boil it, squeeze it, and put them on cuts. He showed us a lot of the different type plants too. Yeah. Even the bitter melon plants, he used to tell us about. That is a good for if you have runs or something like that. You would boil that and eat it, things like that. A lot of different plants he had around his house he used to talk about. And also he used to tell us about his fishing. He did a lot of fishing, like not reels or just a fishing bamboo pole with a hook. And this was part of his daily thing, in fact. He used to go to the river. He used to go send one of my brothers to go catch a bait, Chris, and my brother would go catch the bait, and then 2 guys would meet down the river, and they would fish all day long, sometimes during the weekend. And he would teach my brother how to make fish traps, and until today, my brother still remember him teaching him to make the fish trap for catfish, tilapias, and all that.
Okay. Can you tell us about the master's relationship with Master Mukado?
Well, like Master Mancaro, he came once in my lifetime when I was going to the church back in the 50s. Yeah, I remember he came, and then I remember why the master go to that church, because it's between their type of religion is they believe in certain type of food and certain type of prayers. And a lot of their prayers was in Latin, which I didn't understand. But my grandfather used to tell us that these prayers is to protect the family. Everything was for the family use here. And that's what the Mancado system was really about, to the fellowship of the family mostly. And that's why the master wanted us to go there and learn. And my grandparents too, that's what they taught us. Everything is for the family.
And then, did the master ever mention anything that, when he passed away, how he wanted the school to continue? Did he ever talk about the future?
See, in the future, in the beginning, he always said that he wanted the world to know what was a screamer and what was Derobio like. I remember, but I made a mistake at one time. Not really a mistake, but I left the island of Oahu where I used to train with the master and moved to Kauai. So I had miscommunication at one time about the training here. Then I moved back in the 70s again, yeah. And then I started to train all over and try to follow up what the master taught.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Batikan?
Well, the Batikan, here one of my other brothers, James, was classmate, and they used to hang around with my two brothers, Gary, Grandmaster, and my other brother, Chris, and they used to come over our house because our house had all the weights and barbells and all that, and they used to work over and train, and they used to punch bag and train and do all kinds of stuff together. Because 80 was the only child, but I had a lot of older brothers, yeah. In fact, I had 5 brothers, but 80 used to come and train with my other 3 brothers, and they used to box and practice karate, things like that, before we started to learn a screamer, till the father told us one day, "Hey, why you guys not learn Filipino martial art?" And everybody looked at him and said, "What's that?" And that's how we got to learn a screamer.
When did you know that the great grandmaster was a master and not just somebody who knew some movements?
Because at one time in the Mankata church, we used to watch a lot of different masters do a lot of different things, and they used to train all the different styles. They used to practice among each other. And a lot of them showed much respect to our master, Bro Pidoi, because they used to say he has a style that is unbreakable, because they know their style, but they used to say that his style is unbreakable, the Derobio system. That's why a lot of them respected our master. And we could see it at that time, growing up and watching them train, that a lot of time he would counter the other masters.
What are some of the other screamer masters you met?
Oh, I met Subing, Floro Villabarel. I can't remember all their names, but I can remember their faces, a lot of them. Because, when you're young and you get older, you tend to forget them, but the face is still there. Because Andres, I remember Andres, he used to be a long stick fighter. Was the other one. Gorio, he was another one, short stick like Subing. And I just can't remember all